You're listening to Pack Dynamics, a Fandom on the Rocks podcast. Diving in on a midweek recording out of nowhere, welcome to Pack Dynamics, a Teen Wolf podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Allison.
And this is season 3, episode 14, More Bad Than Good.
More Bad Than Good. It's really funny. I opened this episode and I read More Bad Than Good, and my brain immediately went, isn't it more harm than good?
Yes.
Which then took me to the first do no harm, the doctor's oath. And then, it's just all very timely because both Emily and I are experiencing polite medical events in our homes. And so it's just really a full circle moment. Everyone's
Slight
okay.
harm.
Everyone's okay, by the way. Like, please don't worry. We're like, everyone's doing okay as they can be.
Yeah.
But
vague harm.
Vague harm. But it's just a big, circle of things that all tie together. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Isn't, okay, so we have follow the train, more harm than good, the physician's oath. Peter is in the opening scene.
Oh boy.
Isn't Twilight, is that not Peter? The dad of the vampires?
That's Carlisle.
Yeah, but, oh shit, it is Carlisle.
It's Carlisle.
Damn it.
I don't think there might be. I don't know.
Isn't there a Peter in Twilight? Oh, because that the actor is Peter. That's where my brain was going.
There you go. Okay.
Peter Facinelli is Carlisle.
Okay. I was like, no. His name is Carlisle. I'm not entirely sure what else is happening.
No, but the actor is Peter Facinelli.
See, there you go.
And Carlisle is a doctor. That's what my brain was trying to get to.
Yeah. See, it's all one big circle of medical maladies and mysteries.
Yes. Medical maladies and mystery, I believe, is another podcast.
Probably.
Out there. Yeah. So this episode, More Bad Than Good, Scott and his friends race to figure out how to catch the were-coyote before it's hunted down, while Derek and Peter are broken out of captivity by an unlikely ally. This episode aired January 12th, 2014. So we just dive right back in where we left off.
We really
in the previous
do.
Episode. No time has passed.
Literally no time has passed. And I try really hard to be patient with the early episodes of a season because they have to set up everything.
Yeah, they
do. I'm just like, oh my God, come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. What are we doing here? We are treated, I guess. Treated is one word to be used to more abs, I guess.
There's a lot of abs. Real nice.
That a low camera angle up.
What's less nice is that they're constantly being, electrocuted, and it's a bad torture chamber movie all around.
We do learn that Derek speaks Spanish.
Like she said, he speaks a little Spanish, and the nice gentleman in the torture basement keeps asking the Hales about La Loba, which is Spanish for like a female wolf. So lobo is a male wolf and a loba is a female wolf. So it's like a specific gendered wolf. Mm-hmm. And Derek understands this and is like, this is a question mark.
Yep.
And Peter doesn't know anything and is a fucking sass master about it. And it almost gets him sawed in half.
Yes, not by a broadsword this time, but by a chainsaw.
And the face, like Derek's face, just like, you did this yourself, man. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Walda.
Derek's face is equal parts like, shut the fuck up, and dude, I can't help you.
I can't help you. Like, I'm stuck, dude.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, this is on you, man.
So, the torture gentlemen are kind of narrowing in on the Hales, and in walks the leader because she's got that posture. She's got that vibe. Mm-hmm. She starts talking to Derek. She knows Derek.
She does.
And in Spanish, like, because he's like sassing at her. It's like, I don't speak any Spanish in Spanish. And she looks at him and goes, you speak a lot of languages, Derek Hale.
Yes.
And in that moment, my notes go into all caps. She says Derek speaks many languages. Canon, canon, canon.
Yes. Canon Derek Hale.
Canon Derek Hale is a multilingual fella, which doesn't come up anywhere else, like ever. But it is, in fact, canon that Derek speaks more than one language. And apparently his Spanish is not bad.
No, seems to be pretty good. She keeps asking, where is the she-wolf? And then calls Derek Lobito.
Which I think is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
It's adorable. And I'm kind of sad that it gets used by a bad guy and not like Stiles.
Like a good, yeah. Lobito is freaking adorable. It's Spanish for little wolf.
It is. It's so cute.
It's like, in fic when everybody every grown up calls a little kid's pup.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same vibe. It's just pup in Spanish. And it's so cute. And you just know that it's going to end up hurting him. You know this coming in.
It's adorable. Like, why did you have to use it? Why can't one of like the good guys? It's adorable. So
it's real cute.
She knows that Derek's not going to talk because he's too cool for school. Peter, however, is a piece of shit and could probably be persuaded. And she starts by cutting off a finger.
Yeah. They have this like little sass master interplay where he's like, you're not going to talk. This one loves the sound of his own voice. It's like, I have a lovely singing voice. And then they keep going back and forth. And Peter just resigns like, no one ever wants to hear me sing.
I would listen.
I would also listen. And so would Chris Argent. But yeah, this boss lady has absolutely no time for Peter Hale and cuts off a finger.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Bummer.
And is like, I'm only going to ask you 9 more times because he's got 9 more fingers.
Lol.
We aren't sure if he can grow that back or put it back on.
Yeah, we've no idea. We've absolutely no idea like what's going on. So the question that we're asking is, who is the she-wolf?
Yep.
Like, she's got like a title. She's got like a, she's supposed to be this like mystical, magical. She's a specific person.
Mm-hmm.
And no one says her name.
Nope.
So
can't have names here.
Like, it's a real good chance that like murder friends, basement friends know who they're talking about. Derek and Peter think they know who they're talking about. And the audience is like,
the fuck is this?
Who are we talking about? I think we're going to get our wires crossed a few more times and then I'm going to get angry. So.
Is it this person? No. This person? No.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean it's not this person? That my entire defense strategy has been around this person. What are you talking about?
'Tis the season for obfuscation, for
miscommunication.
Zigzagging, miscommunication.
The worst trope. Is miscommunication worse in a romantic setting or in a torture basement setting?
It is. You're right. Miscommunication is the worst. And every romance writer out there, stop it.
Stop it.
It's not interesting and we're tired of it.
No miscommunication and no cheating.
Yes.
Stop it.
We're done. It's old. Get it out of there.
We're done. Absolutely not. There are so many more interesting things. If you are writing something and you're like, wow, I want to introduce conflict between 2 characters and you can't figure out how to do it, have one of them get abducted by aliens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just like it doesn't have to be real. Of course not. But then that unspools into like do you believe me? Do you not believe me? Do you trust me? Was it a dream? Was it real? Like, there's so many more interesting things. That is way more interesting than you hooked up with a guy at work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop it. Please stop it.
I think you hooked up with a guy at work.
Or I overheard our friend talking about a guy who hooked up with somebody at work.
It's over. We're done.
Come on, Lobito. We can be better than this.
Lobito. So cute. So, also, picking up right where we left off,
Speaking of
Stiles.
Another Lobito.
Speaking of Lobito, Scott and Stiles running through the woods looking for a were-coyote. They have found her den, the den, and they find clothing and a teddy bear.
Yeah, her little kid jacket.
Little kid jacket that they think belongs to Malia. And Scott is like, I can track her scent now because I've got the stuff. I guess we have to believe that scent lingers out in the woods with all of the stuff that happens in the woods for 8 years.
I mean, like,
sure.
So no, she has been coming back to that den. That's where she lives. Her scent is fresh.
That's true. You're right. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they talk about, hey, we're
but
in
she's
her...
been but she's been a wolf. Wasn't there something about in another episode or a coyote about the difference between human scent, wolf scent?
Well, no, because it's inferred by the audience who keeps getting angry at why Derek can't smell that Peter and the Alpha are the same person.
Oh, that's right. That was the fanon. Is like, how come he can't figure this out?
Stupid. So I think because they talk about, well, we just came into her den. It smells like us now. It doesn't smell like her anymore. And they don't need to have like human Malia and coyote Malia don't smell the same, but it doesn't matter as long as you can you're tracking the coyote. Like they're tracking the coyote and the den smells like coyote. So they're good.
Smells like pee.
That's later. That's Isaac. Oh boy. And Stiles is, trying to think, because Scott's convinced, like, we have smelled all over her house. She's not coming back. And Stiles is like, well, if she's not coming home, where's she going to go? That's a good question.
Good question. He's got them brains.
Got them brains.
And they're also like, if this is a crime scene, then it's in the sheriff's department.
Only one of our fathers should be present at this crime investigation.
The correct father.
Correct.
Yeah. So they also talk about, how this accident really could have happened. And if it was kid Malia transforming into a were-coyote in the car during the full moon, which is when the accident happened, and causing the accident simply because she scared the shit out of her mother, which is valid.
Super valid. Although I can immediately thwart this theory by using my small human brain.
Yes.
So when Scott and Stiles find the car in the last episode, Scott measures the claws in the side of the car
they're big man hands.
They're big hands. Little 8-year-old baby girl would not have had those hands.
Yeah, they are big. They match up to the width of his fingers.
His 16, 17-year-old man hands. Those are not the hands of an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, I know.
And eventually they'll patch pieces together, but mostly I think they were just really hoping we would ignore all of this.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
And I'm happy to ignore it until they bring it back around.
Yep. And it was kind of a bummer when Scott sees that vision of himself hurting a small child.
Yeah.
Because he's so worried about losing control. And he gets this flash of himself in the woods kind of hunched over a child. Peter style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not, it's a worry.
That is a healthy and rational fear.
Yeah.
This is not an irrational fear. If he is a creature of the night and has been having trouble lately containing his creature of the night, like some other creatures of the night he knows, this is a healthy and rational fear.
It is. Yeah.
He is just trying to keep everybody safe. He is trying his best.
Unfortunately, Detective Dickhead.
Everyone's most troubling dads come to town, Misters Tate and McCall.
Yes, unfortunately, the two worst. Are these the two worst dads? They're not the worst dads, but they're
not the worst dads, but they're definitely the most inconvenient dads at this particular time.
Yeah, they are not helpful because Detective Dickhead rolls up with Mr. Tate, whose first name I just don't know.
Henry, I think?
Sure. I'll take it. Why not? And he identifies the evidence in the cave as Malia's. And McCall, Detective McCall, Special Agent McCall? One of the two.
Agent McCall, yeah. Really either agent or special agent, I don't know. But
Special Agent. You know what? As an X-Files fan, he does not deserve Special Agent.
He's just regular agent.
He's just regular agent. He really expects bones to be found and not a living girl. And he has this line about the truth is always better than not knowing.
And he's right.
He is right.
I'm mad.
I'm mad and he's right. And this is something that the Teen Wolf groups, the various groups, have also stuck to. So they can't be totally upset with his logic.
Yeah.
So that does suck. But he should butt out because he's annoying.
I will say, though, in this particular scene, he is looking like a stone cold fox.
Okay, troubling. He is hot.
He's gorgeous. That man is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful specimen of manliness. Oh, what a cutie.
Melissa was not wrong.
She was not wrong. She was not wrong.
His personality showed up.
Yeah, well, for the moment, we're going to have to just, accept that he's a cutie and he's trying his best, even though we disagree with whatever. We just know that he was in a losing battle against Melissa McCall.
Mm-hmm.
And so, until Melissa gives us the go, he's persona non grata. No, thank you.
Exactly. So, because it's still early in the season, they're still going to class. Scott and Stiles kind of let Allison know where they found the coyote den. And she's like, oh, it's in the middle of the hiking trails, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought Malia would have holed up somewhere quieter, but it I think it's probably closer to the car.
Probably, yeah. And remember that she would have made this decision at 8.
At 8, yes, this is true. And they have this cute little conversation about how smart coyotes are, and if they don't want to be heard, they tiptoe.
It's adorable. And Allison's like eye rolly, hair flippy. They tiptoe is iconic. Super iconic.
I have no idea if this is factually true about coyotes, and I don't care to look it up because I like it.
We
have coyotes. Do you have coyotes in Norseland?
Not to my, I haven't seen one lately, but
we have them. My friend who lives just a few blocks away has a coyote on the regular when she takes her dog out.
I mean, like, we definitely have coyotes in my homeland.
Yeah.
Of Albuquerque.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, you do.
And apparently, according to the internet, coyotes do tiptoe.
I love it.
There's also a song called Coyotes by Modest Mouse.
Oh, that seems fair. That seems right.
But yeah, coyotes tiptoe or walk touching the ground with only their toes in what is known as digit grading.
Why can't scientists just call it tiptoeing? Why do they have to call it digit grading?
I would imagine because they're technically scientifically different things.
Whatever.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Trying to be all
science.
Smart and shit.
Ask science. Well, we saw that our little coyote was looking up at the big moon at the end of the last scene, and she was not having a great time.
No, she's
gonna need every benefit that she can have right now.
Yes.
Speaking of unbridled benefits.
Yeah.
Miss Kira Yukimura being the cutest creature on the planet.
She bounces up to Scott before class.
Yep.
Because she's done some research on the Bardo, but only a couple of hours. Just a few. Just a couple hours of research.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
And then world's best wingman, Ken Yukimura.
Her fucking dad. Oh my God.
I love him. I love him so much.
He's like, oh, here's that research you did for that boy you like. Shut up, Dad.
Shut up, Dad.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like, I forgot, but I didn't forget, but I forgot. I really like that we're focusing again on the teen part of Teen Wolf.
Totally. Yes.
It's so refreshing.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, it's so great.
It's honestly really nice. Okay, I noticed this in the last episode and didn't say anything because I just wanted to be sure. Is she wearing a Hale leather jacket?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Kira is part of the Hale. She's part of the Hale pack. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying, like, she had one on last episode, which was, I guess, the day before. And she's got one on today, which is the same day. Or the next day.
The next day. One of my favorite things in, like, second wave fandom, you know, because the first wave fandom was pre 3B, and then there's after 3B, and then we get into like season 5 fandom stuff. But in like this and later, one of my favorite things is that so many fic will feature Kira and Derek as like old besties.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Because the Yukimuras and the Hales and whatever, and it's just so cute. It's so soft, and I love them both so much. But yes, she is in fact wearing the Hale pack leather jacket. Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that I was not crazy, because like she is.
I mean, like, to the best of my knowledge, yeah.
Okay, great. Just, putting that out there. Yeah. So they are learning about internment camps and POWs, which I don't remember how this fits into the series, and maybe it just doesn't.
It does.
Okay, great. Because I also just found this to be a geographically accurate lesson plan. Because it doesn't seem like people, and maybe this isn't true, but just from people I've talked to over the years, people like in Midwest, East Coast don't learn about this part of American history as much as we do on the West Coast.
Right.
Because we had Japanese internment camps and we learn about them in California, Oregon, and Washington, because like that's our shitty fucking history. So we go through these lesson plans. And then I've met people from other states who are like, oh yeah, we didn't learn about that. Like, ooh, yikes. So I was just like, oh yeah, that would be something that a Northern Californian high school would learn about.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, it's probably have to do with the series, and I just cannot remember.
It trust me when I tell you it comes back.
Yeah, now, like, I'm sure as I rewatch, I'm going to be like, oh, right, it's this whole thing. And I just couldn't grasp it.
Yes, it does. You're gonna make those noises, and you're correct.
Great. Super. So Mr. Yukimura calls on Stiles, obviously, because why wouldn't he, to read out loud in front of the class. And even if Stiles wasn't having his issues, this is a nightmare.
Yes, correct. This is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. It wasn't as much of a nightmare for me, I think, as it was for other people, because I really like reading out loud.
Oh, okay.
I find it easy. I find it fun, and I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And so it was never this like in panic-inducing thing for me, like it was for a lot of my classmates.
Sure.
It was
I think after
a nightmare for Stiles.
I think after doing this podcast now, I'd be much more chill about it. Just
Indeed.
Talking out loud.
Reading ad copy, just let it ride.
Just talking out loud ad nauseum.
Yes,
right?
It takes practice.
It takes practice. And I, have a little lispy situation sometimes, and you just like let it roll and not get caught up on it sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Stiles goes up there and the whole page blurs in front of him and the letters start sliding down the page, and it's panic inducing. And even watching it was panic inducing.
And that is such, like, we'll talk about it here in a scene or two, but the whole production team did such a good job.
It looks really cool. I mean, it looks awful, but it looks great. This
gives you the feeling you're supposed to have.
It does. And it rolls into this next scene because Scott notices that he's sliding into a panic attack. And he's like on this like slow-mo plus jittery staccato panicking camera motion.
Yeah. It's
good.
It's slow motion, and then it like fast cuts, and then it like shakes, and then it, oh my God, it's so that he's like, you are experiencing the way that he is seeing the world, and it's just so good.
I don't know if there's actually missing frames, but it feels like there's missing frames.
Absolutely. Like Dylan O'Brien, like doing the kind of stumbling, stuttering, like launching himself forward and shaking is one thing. But in post-production, they sped up and slowed down and cut things out to give you that feeling. And it was so good.
Really
I do want to throw one up for Mr. Scott McCall, who is trying to be the world's best friend. He loves Stiles so much. He really does. Like, everyone's looking out for each other. They're all worried about each other. And Scott immediately notices that something is wrong and immediately takes action to fix it. And then proceeds to walk Stiles through a panic attack.
Yes.
Which I love for him, because after Scott had his panic attack in season 1 and Stiles had his panic attack in season 3, that Scott started reading up on panic attacks.
Yep.
Like, Scott talked to Stiles, he talked to the sheriff and was like, what do we do? How do we fix it? How do we deal with this?
Yeah, that's your bud.
And I just love him so much for this.
I do too.
Something else that I didn't notice the first time that I noticed this time, when Stiles starts to have his like panic moment and Scott like rushes him out of the classroom, Mr. Yukimura is paying attention. Like the camera cuts to him and he's like looking at Stiles and Scott in a way that's like not just like worried teacher, but like
curious.
He's like his little antenna's like whoop.
Okay, I didn't notice that, but cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mr. Yukimura was paying attention, and I was paying attention to him paying attention,
and I was also paying attention.
I noticed you're noticing. Thank you for noticing.
I think one of the I don't want to say it's the best thing about getting old as fuck, but one of the interesting things about getting older and watching and rewatching media is I think your attention naturally drifts to the adult characters.
Yeah.
When it didn't when you were closer to the age of the protagonists.
Yep.
And for something like Glee, you're still going to hate Mr. Schuester.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't want to say he's designed to be hateable, but like, come on.
But
for
the more
shows
you watch him, the more you're angry at Emma for leaving the dentist.
Yes, absolutely. Or like, yes. Or even Sue Sylvester, you're like, okay, you can't talk to the students like that, but maybe they deserve it.
Like, I love you, but also hard pass.
Yeah, like, okay, you can't say that, but I get why you want to. Right? Like, so watching Teen Wolf as we're not middle-aged, but
we're getting there.
We're getting there. The teachers and the parents, and even if we don't have children, because you're just like, man, whoa, these kids, this sucks for them. And
they're children.
These children.
They're children.
And then you're watching the adults who are now like your age or closer to it, and they just act more. I don't know. It's a fascinating way that you naturally kind of fall into a rewatch and notice the behavior of adults in a way I think you just can't when you're a teenager watching these or 20 something. And I think that's a great addition to rewatches of TV shows.
Absolutely.
I don't think it works if you try to rewatch Barney though.
No, probably not. But I'd be interested to rewatch like Sesame Street and kind of look at it that way. That would be interesting.
Oh, that would be fun. I never really watched Sesame Street.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Me too. So Scott is trying to talk Stiles down from a real bad panic attack because Stiles has been just not sleeping and not dreaming and not living, and everything's a dream but nothing's a dream the whole time for the last several weeks. And they're trying to figure out, how does Stiles tell if he's dreaming? Mm-hmm. And we establish, that you can't read in dreams, but you have to count your fingers. You have extra fingers in dreams.
Yep.
And Scott is like, okay, I got this. Let's do it. And so Scott and Stiles start counting Scott's fingers, and Stiles is having to breathe. And Scott is just Stiles' anchor here. And I just love this so much for them.
Yeah, it's really good.
And
he's got 10 fingers.
He's got 10 fingers, and Stiles immediately breaks and calms down. And does a nice little succinct wrap up of everybody's really bad couple of days. That Scott can't transform, Allison seeing visions of her dead aunt, and Stiles is straight up losing his mind.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot for everybody. And this, like, Stiles really kind of falling into this, we can't do anything. We can't help Malia. We can't help anyone, which kind of mirrors Motel California with Scott being like, I can't do anything. There's nothing, I'm useless. And now it's Scott saying, but we can try. We can always try. Because they're bros.
Because they love each other so much. It's great. Yeah. I love them.
But then back in the classroom, Kira grabs Stiles' bag?
Both of them. Both
of their bags.
Yeah.
And then she goes out into the hallway. But now, like, the hallway is fucking dark.
It's a ghost town.
And it was like no students, dark ass hallway. There are no lights, but there is a coyote in the hallway. And the coyote just like bursts through the glass of the door of, I think she's in the locker room of requirement.
She's in the boys' locker room of requirement.
Yeah. And, obviously Scott appears and pushes over the lockers to save her. And the baby doll from the coyote den is in his bag. Stiles' bag.
It's in somebody's bag. That coyote is growling and roaring and chasing Kira, and she's hiding, and she gets rescued. And my first thing was, Scott comes in to rescue Kira and shoves the lockers over. And I'm like, okay, cool, Scott. It's cool to kill people as long as they're coyotes.
I know. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, I think that was his thing. Because I was like, I don't think that sits in your code of ethics, sir. But like, okay.
Yeah. Her off.
Yeah.
She's fine. Yeah. Like, surprise. Yeah. But then we do have to go back to dungeon time.
Murder basement.
Where Peter cannot keep his mouth shut and is asking the kidnapper to put his finger on ice for him, which, is fair.
That's fair.
He's gonna want to put that back on somehow.
He wants some pain medications or some antibiotic ointment.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Derek just looks fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, he's very pretty. Just listening to Peter just be an idiot.
So well lit. A perfect sheen of sweat. Yep. I kind of feel inappropriate looking at him like this.
Yeah, he's awful pretty.
It just doesn't seem right. But yeah, so there's like scuffling up above them, and the kidnapper starts shooting through the ceiling, and then someone bursts through, I don't know, is there like a door or like an entrance of some sort in here? And it is someone whose name I don't think ever actually got said on the TV show, but it's Brayden.
Hi, Brayden.
This is the woman who saved Isaac way back in Tattoo. So the season 3-1.
Yeah.
3A1.
And was definitely not killed by Deucalion.
I guess not, because
Definitely
she
not killed by
absolutely was killed
And
by
she-
Deucalion.
And she absolutely has the neck scars to prove it.
Yeah, apparently slitting throats is like a maybe this show.
Basically, we'll get back to that here in a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
But they focus on Derek's, like, so Brayden gets this like beautiful, like, you know, glamour shot, and Derek also gets one, and that man is ensorcelled.
Yeah. It apparently doesn't take much for him, does it?
No. Derek sees one woman who has a goal and is like, I'd like that one, please.
And given his track record, he should really not.
Phone a friend, guys. Phone a friend.
Like, anyone, he should just stop.
Like
Derek.
bring her to Scott. Be like, this is our first date. What is your friend doing here? Like, hi, my name is Scott McCall. I have to make sure you're not a bad guy. What do you mean a bad guy? Derek's got a kind of a track record.
Basically. Like, could you sniff this one out? Because it's never good.
So she decides to kind of fill us in a little bit because Derek IDs her as the one who saved Isaac. And she goes, I was the one who was hired to save Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Deucalion hired her to save Derek.
Yes.
I have questions.
Yeah, everyone has questions. Yeah, that's the story, and the show is sticking to it.
Yeah. So, but Brayden's also really chill and definitely decides to save Peter too because, you know, she can.
Because the show demands.
Yeah, because the show demands.
And we would be really sad without Peter.
It's true.
So then she's like, or the guys are like, she says, right? We're not leaving without it. Without what?
No, they do. We're not leaving without it.
They're the ones that don't want to leave without it. And Brayden's like, the fuck are you talking about? So there's another super secret thing that they're going to have to get to. Should we just stick with them? Because their storyline is just completely separate from everybody else's.
It sure is.
So they end up somewhere else, dark and not well lit.
Probably in the upstairs of the murder basement.
Do we think? Right?
I do.
Because, like, it's not labeled. There, you can't tell where the fuck they are. But yeah, so it's the three of them and in a room. And there is a chest, a big old chest made from a rowan tree that the wolves can't touch because rowan is mountain ash.
So Derek tries to open the box and it zaps him, and the group collectively goes, "Thank you, Brayden, for being a human."
Yeah, basically, because inside the chest is just pure mountain ash, and I absolutely adored the way Peter and Derek looked at her in unison.
Yes,
it was flawless.
Yeah. It was incredible.
So she reaches into the ash and pulls out a thing.
It's a little box. It's a smaller box.
Something that has the Triskele stamped on top.
It's a box inside another box.
It's a box in a box in a mansion with a dungeon. And that's where they leave off for this episode.
So apparently Derek and Peter got kidnapped and tortured trying to get a box.
Yes.
So I hope it was worth it for them.
And we don't know how they know about this box, why they were searching for this box.
What's in it?
Who told them? Did they already know about it? Where is Cora in the search for the box?
No idea. Absolutely no idea.
Yeah, don't know anything. But they found shirts.
Hooray!
So that's good. So back at the school, the cops have shown up. I guess because there was a coyote? I would think that, like, animal enforcement, not
but
cops.
it's a small town, anything.
The sheriff is also animal enforcement.
Yeah.
And the sheriff's like, hey, Stiles, you really need to be sure that this is a girl and not an animal, because otherwise it's getting put down.
And Stiles is sure because Scott's sure.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Because they're bros.
Because they're bros. They're besties. And then it turns out that Mr. Tate shows up at the school for reasons. Stop it.
And he's got a gun.
Yeah. And he's got a gun.
And he's like, you got to find that thing. But that thing is his daughter.
Deep sigh. I do really appreciate the smash cut, though, because we talk about like how he has a gun, and then it smash cuts to Allison in her dad's office with a bigger gun.
With an even bigger gun. It is a tranquilizer gun.
Some sort of rifle.
Slightly different. But yes.
Still.
He's got a little gun, and Allison's got a big gun.
Begone! So it turns out that Deaton is supplying them with horse tranquilizer.
Mm-hmm.
So, love this. Love this for them.
And Deaton has the tranquilizer, obviously. Isaac is a little worried about Allison's aim, rightfully, because she's been a little shaky.
And she tried to kill Lydia, which we don't love.
She did try to kill Lydia. She also tried to kill Isaac.
Only in her dreams.
Well, not great.
Not great.
Stiles comes out with what is the point of him, aside from persistent negativity and the scarf? It's like 65 degrees out. Establishing canon Isaac and his scarves.
Yes, Isaac and his summer scarves, even though 65 degrees is not a summer temperature.
No.
But it's incredible. And the sass mastering between Stiles and Isaac, this episode in particular, is incredible. I do love the potential for a Scott, Stiles, Isaac kind of triad about, I love you and he loves you, but I hate this guy. So the sex will be great.
I love it.
And then for my favorite conversation of the whole wide episode, we need a real alpha.
Oh, I was going to say, which one? There's a ton of them.
Yeah, but so Scott talks about how he's just not able to wolf out at all because he's, losing control and he doesn't want to get stuck that way. And so Stiles comes in with, we need a real alpha. And Scott's like,
yeah, how dare you?
An alpha who can do real alpha things. An alpha who can get it. And then Isaac supplies up.
And they're all thinking about Derek.
And I'm just sitting here going guys, you could have just done this. It would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been fine. Stiles still thinks about Derek in a sexual context. Pass it on.
Absolutely, he does. And of course, they had to bring the twins up because they are also alphas. Well, and Deaton's like, actually, they're not. I guess because sort of dying, not kind of dying, brought back to life, took the alpha out of them.
Yeah, and they sacrificed that power like Derek did. So,
and no one has seen them for weeks. Smash cut 2, the loft.
Who has keys to the loft?
Stiles. Lydia. Yeah. So Derek's just...
Don't talk to me. Don't perceive me. Don't. I can't. I cannot.
Yeah. Derek just left them the keys to the loft?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Smash cut to my brain that Stiles and Lydia are sleeping in Derek's bed because they're sad.
Oh, absolutely. when Stiles can't sleep in his own bed because he's afraid, he goes to the loft.
Yeah.
I've read that fic. I'm sure I have.
Oh, yeah.
So the twins are there and just decide to kick the shit out of Scott as soon as he shows up. Because this is how Deucalion taught them to, I guess, be big, strong alphas, is to give in and let go. Give in to the wolf and take a beating? Become everything you're afraid of. Giving in lets you control it. Because if you can't control it, you turn into an animal. And they're like, or worse, Peter.
Or worse, you turn into Peter. And that's literally the core of Scott's giant fear.
Mm-hmm.
That's his big, scary, door opening mind thing, is that Scott will turn into a monster like Peter and not be able to stop it or control it.
Yep.
Big props to the writers who went back and read and watched their own show. Stiles does call back to Heart Monitor about pulsing him with the crossballs.
Yep.
We tried this before, remember?
They remembered. I love it.
For them. And so, they continue to beat the living hell out of Scott. And then I think it's Aiden. So Ethan pulls back and then Aiden just keeps punching him for reasons.
Oh, yeah. He just needed to get that out.
And so, Ethan pulls him back. It's I thought we were helping him. It's you helped too much.
You helped too much.
Love this for them.
Yeah.
And just the utter beaten, broken face of Scott is so heartbreaking.
Yeah. But I guess it worked.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. We'll find out.
You'll find out.
Meanwhile, Mr. Tate is out there setting up bear traps in the woods.
Stop it.
Because he sucks. Come on, Mr. Tate. You don't need to do this.
I feel like a bear trap is a little too intense for a coyote.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Just, yeah. Yikes.
It's a lot.
Allison and Isaac are back in her dad's office setting up for the shot with the gun and the syringe and, all that. And Allison is shaking so bad that she can't load the darts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she drops the vial of tranquilizer and goes under the table to pick it up. And then when she pops back up, she's in the morgue again.
Oops.
Whoopsie doodle.
This was a lot of scene.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Because Allison is like in the morgue and there's a body on the table under a sheet, and she goes to the table and she lifts up the sheet, and then all of a sudden it's her on the sheet. She's on the slab, and her entire chest cavity is like set open in one of those like things they use for surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And and her Aunt Kate is the surgeon and talking about, you know, her cause of death, and then the whole surgery team decides to undo their little masks, and they're all werewolves, including Kate.
Yes.
And then they're just eating at her organs.
Yep. Just devouring her whole.
I don't get it.
Mm-mm.
I don't get it. But then we get back to reality, and Allison has the tranq gun shot, like aimed directly at Isaac's face.
Yep. Just about to fire right at him.
Kaplowy.
And he's like, "Let me help you." It's real cute.
It's real cute.
There is a line though when Dr. Zombie Kate Argent is taking out fake Dream Allison's heart. She says there's definitely something wrong with it.
Ouch.
Which is kind of an interesting fear that Allison must have about herself.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's rough. Everybody hates themselves on this show. So everyone, team werewolf, team teen wolf, rolls up to the preserve to do their jobs. Lydia is the only one who's a little worried that they are doing, episode of the title rolls, more harm than good. Although she says more harm, not more bad, but
exactly.
Whatever. Maybe because saying we're doing more bad than good would be not Lydia correct.
That's not Lydia, yeah.
That's not Lydia. But yeah, they're ready to do their different parts for this confrontation. The sheriff, however, is confronting Mr. Tate about the trap because a jogger almost stepped in it and lost a leg. Luckily, they didn't. But it turns out Tate has set up like dozens of them in the preserve. It's hard to tell.
How expensive must that have been?
A lot. Seemed like a lot. Let's see. Bear trap cost. I don't know, like $300-400 each.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, depending on quality. I don't know.
Yikes.
I don't want this in my Google search anymore, though.
So they have a really interesting conversation that I would have loved like 10 minutes on, because you're getting, you know, sheriff versus like concerned citizen. And then it turns into dad versus dad.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Stiles has been having a rough time and Mr. Tate's been having a rough time. And the sheriff yells, "Some kid could die in one of these."
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Tate shoots back, "My kid died."
Yeah. I mean, like, she did.
She did. He lost a daughter.
Wife.
And a wife. Yeah. Like, and at this point, you're like, I don't agree with your methods, but you want closure. You want answers, which is why he's teaming up with Agent McCall. Like, he just wants this done. He thought it was done.
Yeah.
And now some stupid kids and some useless sheriff are getting it all back up again. He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with his methods, but I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
But it turns out that Mr. Tate went buck wild and put bear traps all over the woods. And then he's now out there with a rifle, just like outside with a gun.
Because the coyote has shown up with the baby doll that Tate had taken from Stiles, because Stiles had taken it from the den so that Scott
it from the car.
Could track it. Yeah, it was a whole
thing.
It was a whole series of who took the baby doll from the den. Tate ended up with it as like a memento of his family, but that coyote wanted it back. So Tate runs after the coyote back into the woods. And
Papa calls Stiles on the phone. It's like, "Hey, so maybe stay out of the woods." And Stiles like standing in the middle of the woods going like, "Yeah, I'll totally consider that option."
Yeah, I will do that immediately. And Sheriff also tells Stiles that the coyote took the doll again, which is important because that helps Stiles click onto that it's the doll. And he's like, the doll? And then he figures something out. And Lydia helps him, though, because he has a photo from the house, and that it wasn't Malia holding the doll, it was her younger sister.
And Lydia Martin is looking flawless, stunning in
Gorgeous.
this entire scene. Gorgeous.
She is.
Wow.
And Stiles figures out that the coyote is returning the doll to the car, to the scene of the accident, like bringing flowers back to a grave. Because it's like the one last bit of family that she has, which is
so
sad.
Ouch. Speaking of ouch, Isaac has finally caught Malia's scent because Isaac had some like pee that he was able to sniff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is booking it through the woods, and Allison's running after him. And then Isaac gets caught in one of the bear traps.
Sure does.
Ouch, kibibbles.
Oops.
And that makes him roar out in pain, which gets to Scott and makes Scott crash his bike.
Mm-hmm. It's just a lot happening really fast because Lydia has also stepped in a trap. But has caught herself before she, I guess, disengages the weight plate.
Yeah.
And she's like, Stiles, you have to disarm this. And she's like, you have to look for a label with instructions on how to do it. It's like, why would there be a label? Because animals can't read.
And my notes read, well, right now, neither can Stiles. So
me too. I was like, neither can Stiles. But this little monologue from Lydia is so sweet. Getting like right into Stiles' core of like, when was the last time you ever used instructions? You don't need them because you are too smart. You are the one who always figures it out. Because it's true. Like, Lydia is the genius, but Stiles.
Yeah.
And he figures it out.
He does. This man is like sweating, crying, it's dripping off his nose, and he, is looking at all the mechanics, and he, he's like, okay, get ready. And so he twists one of the things, and Lydia leaps out of the bear trap and into his arms, and then to safety, and then it goes clink. And the two of them in this moment are so beautiful. Happy Stydia Day. Oh my God.
I will say, Dylan O'Brien cries really well on camera.
Yes, he does.
Like, he does that real good.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Like, between this monologue and this, like, moment of him catching her in safety, can you think of just how much their relationship has changed in the last, year?
So much.
Like 9 months?
Yeah. Too much.
It's been like a year.
Yeah.
And just the way that they have grown around each other, I just love this for them. I do.
It is awesome.
They're so cute. I love them. So that's great. And so we go back to Isaac, and Isaac is, with his little leg in the bear trap. Isaac tells Allison that she's got to use the gun on Tate because Mr. Tate has got the coyote, he's got Malia in his sight on the gun. And Allison's like, okay, totally, super cool. And so she, with a very shaky hand, goes to shoot Mr. Tate with the trank gun and misses for like the first time ever.
Yep.
She tranks
right
a tree.
Oof.
And so she's got to learn to kind of anchor herself again. And she starts to kind of chant out loud. She starts to recite her new code in French. And it centers her enough that she's able to get Mr. Tate with the trank gun.
Yep.
So she has prohibited him from killing his own daughter.
So nice.
And wins.
Yay!
Yay! She got him. So we've one more piece to the puzzle.
Okay, 2 down. We got him. We got Stiles reading a little bit. Well, not needing to read.
Yeah.
We got Allison being able to center herself and aiming, getting her skills. And now we've got Scott has chased down Malia. He manages to transform mid-run. He kind of wolfs mid-run. He's got some teeth, some claws, a little bit of hair, a little eyebrow, and then he gets the alpha eyes glowing at Malia. And they have like a little standoff of Alpha Scott. Well, partial Alpha Scott, not full transformation, and Coyote Malia. And then he just straight alpha roars at her.
And that roar, like Isaac hears it and he like hulks up.
Yep.
And uses Scott's roar to rip the bear trap apart.
Yep.
Both Stiles and Lydia like immediately turn towards the noise and they look so proud, and Stiles is like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's my boy. And then Malia backs down.
Yeah.
And suddenly there is just a naked teenager in the woods.
Hey girl, hey.
What with the lawless skin.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Stunning.
You know, I guess she is hydrated out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scott has conquered his transformation. He has not become Peter in the woods. And Malia Tate lives. And not a coyote.
Yeah. And so the sheriff and Stiles, I guess, who's in the car.
What are you doing here?
Bring Malia home to Mr. Murder Monster Tate.
We don't like this guy. Don't go home to this guy.
And their little family reunites.
It does.
And he recognizes her, and it's so soft. And my heart breaks for like the 8th time this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's very cute.
And in a very nice little anchoring moment, Stiles is, in the car, and he looks down at the mirror and he can read the letters on the mirror.
Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
And he's like, oh, thank God, it's real. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
We got one. We got a win. The sheriff got a win.
And because the sheriff got a win, Agent McCall backs the fuck up.
Get out of this town.
And leaves the sheriff's office.
Yep.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out.
And then, because this episode cannot just end without progressing the plot forward.
Nope. It is now a dark time in the darkened woods.
Nighttime in the forest.
The Nematon has begun growing a little guy out of the top, cute little leafy green thing.
A little sapling.
A little sapling, and then someone just comes along and plucks that right the fuck out.
For reasons, excuse you.
And I was like, that's rude. But then fireflies just emerge from one of the cracks in the Nematon and coalesce into 3 shadowy figures. And like before you can really get a good sense of them, the episode ends.
So some scary fucking creatures just came out of the Nematon.
Yep. So we got a gloved figure plucking out the sapling plus 3 firefly figures. So there's like 4 baddies around the Nematon.
Indeed.
Rude.
Truly rude. So, like, this is my beef. And, spoilers? Question mark?
Yep.
So, Scott has now solved his problem.
Mm-hmm.
Allison, I think, has mostly solved her problem.
Mm-hmm.
Stiles has not solved his problem.
No.
And I think I'm just a little bitter about that. Like, yeah. There's so much more, and I need to see the whole thing in context, but like...
Stiles keeps getting shit on for the rest of the season.
Like, I mean, to be fair, Allison, gets better, and then she gets worse.
Sure.
But like, is Scott just done?
Yes.
Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel quite as complete a story. I don't know.
He's the alpha, so he's fine.
I guess. I need to see the whole thing in context, and I'm very curious.
Yeah, totally.
So, but a decent enough episode. Not my favorite, but it's got some great moments.
Yeah, not my favorite. I was kind of like, okay, we're moving. Yeah, this was like a plot development, right? Like we're going somewhere.
Well, I'm thrilled that Derek and Peter are no longer being tortured. I love that Brayden is back. Congratulations to Malia for becoming a people.
I mean, they're not being tortured for now.
Kira just being the world's cutest patootie in the hail pack leather jacket.
Love it. No notes.
100%
can't complain.
Lot of things I like about this episode, but as a whole, not a great strong one for me. But we're in the early goings. They have to put all the pieces on the board, and then we can, move the plot.
These are the chess
along.
pieces.
Yeah, as we learned last season.
What is it like? Why is he a king or something? Why is Derek the king?
Oh yeah, we'll get there way later this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a much later this season. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. Well, we are.
We're just Taylor Swift into anything.
Not going to talk about it right now.
Yeah,
that's a end of the season problem.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, pretty. Middle of the pack episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly. And that is fine. they're not all bangers.
They're not all bangers, and
But,
that's
like,
okay.
not a bad episode, so I'll chill. Cool. So, you'll find us on the internet, unless you have more you want to share on this one.
I do not.
I'm just really excited to see more Kira this time around, honestly.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
The next episode is a Halloween episode, because it's set the night before Halloween, Mischief Night. And even though it airs in January. And I only mention that because I feel like new shows do not do enough themed episodes.
They should do more holiday episodes.
More holiday episodes. They're the best.
The Thanksgiving episode of Glee.
Dude.
Are you kidding?
I mean, even some of the Christmas episodes, although there's one that we don't talk about, but like...
The Christmas episodes of Community. The Christmas episodes of Psych.
So good.
Every Halloween episode ever is... Come on.
So good. So, like, the next one is set around Halloween. It aired in January, like, whatever. But actually, I think the next 2 episodes are Halloween episodes.
Probably.
Because 3/16, there's, like, a Halloween party.
Yes. So once again, we are just going like one right after the other after the other.
Yeah, like one day at a time.
Happening, in a week.
So just like putting that out to the TV writers in the universe who are not listening to this podcast, themed holiday episodes, baby. Like, I know you're never going to get a 22 episode order again, and that's sad because streaming TV just absolutely ruined the industry. But like, try, maybe just slip a little something in there if you can. Please
give it 10 years. Cable will be back. It'll be fine.
They're already bundling. Cable's on the way back, baby.
Like the fact that, you can get like 4 streaming services.
I know.
Now. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Cable. Okay.
It's just cable.
Like, okay.
It's so stupid. Anyway.
Yeah. Remember when your TV used to be like plugged into your wall when cable had to be plugged in?
Mine still is because we're old. We have straight cable in this house.
That's fantastic. God.
When Netflix falls, we'll still be able to watch TV.
Dude, I cannot... Sorry, we're no longer talking about Teen Wolf, except for the fact that if anyone knows where I can get Teen Wolf DVDs, I would very much like to purchase some of those.
Dude, I would too, actually.
I miss having physical copies of stuff.
Oh my God, me too.
In the last year, the amount of CDs and DVDs and like Blu-rays and books I've purchased, physical copies of things, like if paying for them isn't owning,
I know,
then like what's the point?
I know.
So, like, what's the point? I refuse. And is that going to make me old? Is it going to make it hard to move? Yes, of course it is. But I am getting older and I like being able to put on my favorite movie without having to figure out if I have streaming rights for it or not.
100%.
I paid $20. I own this disc. It's mine.
I'm so mad that I, at one point, like, sold a bunch of DVDs. I was like, I'm probably not going to watch this again.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I bet those are a bunch of things I can't stream now because they've fucking taken them down.
Yeah. Like, I can't stream Teen Wolf. I cannot stream it in Norway.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason I'm able to do this is because of decisions I made a long time ago. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't care for it. Especially, as I fly around between countries, between continents, oh, I'm sorry, you don't have permissions to view this in this area. Like, but I did when I got on the plane.
Yeah.
What has changed? Is it just is it because it's a no-no over here now? Is it cool if I get it on Hulu? Is it cool if I get it on HBO Max? Like what? Ugh.
Yeah, it sucks.
And I just I'm so glad that artists are starting to lean back into physical media. The fact that I can still purchase Taylor Swift CDs, that I can still purchase Olivia Rodrigo CDs, that I can still purchase Chappell Roan CDs. I don't know if I can purchase Chappell Roan CDs. I hope I can. I haven't tried.
That's a good question. I don't know if you can.
I hope I can. Otherwise, I'll buy the digital and then burn a CD. Like, it's fine. But I want to be able to support artists directly again because nobody knows what the streaming contracts are. Nobody tells you. You
can. Well, at least you can on her website. You can buy a CD or an LP.
Yes. So excited. But we all talk about the hopelessness and helplessness of the world, but do what you can where you can.
Yeah. The artists get a bigger cut when you buy physical media than when you stream.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did I ever think that in the year of our Lord 2024, I would be looking for ways to buy Weird Al Yankovic CDs? No, absolutely not.
Right. Yeah.
But considering that man made like $10 on streaming last year on Spotify, no, I will be looking to purchase his collection.
Totally.
Like, I don't know what the problem is here. But sorry, thank you for letting me stand on my soapbox here. I have very strong feelings now about physical media.
If anyone works for like Paramount and can get Evil on DVD somehow, possibly, that would be great, because they've canceled that as well and it'll disappear. And I want to watch it again and again because I fucking love it, and it'll never be on DVD.
So these are the things that we love, that we miss. So stay strong. And also, it's that time. Wash your water bottle and register to vote.
Yes, wash your water bottles, register to vote, check your voter registration, even if this episode comes out after the election. I don't know. Do it anyway, because elections happen every year, depending on where you live, because of primaries, locals, etc. Wash your water bottle, straw.
Down ballot. Always important. Register to vote.
Actually, we're just going to put that on social media too, because like, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, water bottle, straw, register to vote, and we love you, and have a good rest of your week.
Oh.
You've been listening to Pack Dynamics, a Fandom on the Rocks podcast. For more episodes, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. You can follow us online at Fandom on the Rocks. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can subscribe to our Patreon account at patreon.com/fandomontherocks. Subscribers get access to ad-free content, exclusive bonus episodes deep diving into fandom, and more. So until next time, keep your pack close.